In travel news for February 22nd, 2022, we talk COVID policy changes for Japan, Hawaii, and Israel. But before we get into all that, I'm Brandon with the Adept Traveler, and this is Today in Travel. Japan continues to be one of the most difficult destinations to visit. Previously, we talked about how the Prime Minister of Japan told reporters that he plans to look into easing border controls. While that doesn't sound like a lot, it's more than we've had since the beginning of the pandemic. Many in the travel industry viewed this as the first step towards Japan's reopening to travelers. Today we have some more good news. Japan has officially announced that, as of March 1st, a limited number of business travelers and students will be able to visit the island. Most travelers, including tourists, are still not allowed to visit. This is one more step towards the country's eventual reopening. As more information becomes available, we'll share it here. So if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, now's as good a time as any. Yesterday, we released a video, COVID Travel Explained, where we talked about Hawaii's travel restrictions. Today, we have a good follow-up. Maui has announced it's dropping the requirement for proof of vaccination for those visiting bars and restaurants. The mask mandate is still in effect, and very soon Hawaii will be the only state with such a mandate. We're keeping an eye on Hawaii, and we will update you with any future changes to their COVID travel policies as they happen. And finally, Israel will allow unvaccinated travelers to visit the country starting March 1st. Travelers will still be required to provide a negative COVID PCR test taken before departure. Travelers will also be required to take a second PCR test upon arrival, then quarantine in their hotel until the results of the second test are available. Israel has had one of the most restrictive border policies in the world. That is, of course, compared to countries that have been allowing foreign visitors. Relaxing restrictions is a welcome sign that COVID is starting to become less of a factor for travel. If you have any questions about what we covered today, or really any travel questions at all, please ask in the comments or visit our website to get in touch with us. Today in Travel is brought to you by The Adept Traveler, a travel agency that specializes in accessible travel. Our goal is to help all travelers, from the novice to the expert, from the able-bodied to the disabled, to travel well. If you'd like to stay updated on travel news, tips, tricks, and other insights, which will help you to travel like an adept traveler, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, follow us on your social platform of choice. We're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and occasionally TikTok. And of course, you can always visit our website at adept.travel. Until next time, travel well, my friends.